Evening people, evening, welcome back to the channel again. Back tonight for another Saturday night session of Nordshliefe action. Back here again with the Just4Fun Driving Club. Usual format this week, 4 races, 3 laps. That's what we've got ready for you lot. Looks a little bit damp out on track at the minute, but we'll see that, a little bit more of that when we get in the lobby. Stickers still available, people. Hit me up at darksmoker@googlemail.com if you fancy any of those. I think I need a new intro video. Mine's starting to get a bit janky. It's a little bit outdated as well, so I might have a play with that. Evening. Oh Christ, I've not figured out my camera. Come on. Oh, don't worry, I've not forgotten about the sound either. Oh, everything's just running slow tonight. What's going on? Every time I click a button, I have to wait 5 minutes before anything actually does anything. It's a bit close, isn't it? Let's not scare people. There you go, 175, you can have that. 175 on the Zoom. It's usually about 169. So, evening Martin, how you doing, bro? That's on. Let's turn the sound on before I forget. I've done it before and pretty much done whole streams without sound, so let's not do that. Yeah, so Dark Smoker slow aces on. I don't get it. So yeah, Nordshliefe action tonight. 3 lap races. We should get 4 races in for you lot tonight. Got plenty of people in the room. I think we're just waiting for 1 or 2 to fire up their PlayStations. We've got Marts, we've got Mayo Racing. What's that? Urak Arkenstone. That sounds like a Skyrim name. That does. That's what that sounds like on PlayStation. Argan. We've got Ace Killer in the room. Webster. We've got Leaf Barn. We've got Merkat Nick Kerr. Digazelle Zakino. We've got Koenig Schleiser. Oh, someone's been naughty. Temp 031. Many numbers. They've upset the. They've upset the PlayStation gods somehow, probably with an inappropriate livery. Wouldn't surprise me at all. That's what usually, or messaging usually gets you a little bit told off by the PlayStation gods. Witty in the house and Bockwurst 22-22-2, and little old me tucked away at the bottom there. So first race should be as per driver rating, so you can see E's and B's and C's, and it gets better and better and better as we go up the order, all the way to Mark sitting at the top as an AS rated driver. So that is how the lobby is going to be set up tonight. Our first race, at least anyway, which is just around the corner. There's temp driver, look. Bad man. Oh, many Porsches not liking that turn then. Okay, race 1 just about to kick off. Oh, pitch black as well. This, oh, and raining. Oh, you absolute nightmares. It could all go terribly wrong. We'll stick with Mart. We'll unfortunately it's just going to be headlights, but we'll have a look at the crowd behind. Lights go on then. Revs go up. We'll just see how many cars go spinning off at turn 1, turn 2. Livery's not loading by the looks of it. Mark getting off well though. Giving a massive great gap to the crowd behind. at that, pulling a 3.5 second gap already. Oh no, Arkenstone and Webster have left the room. They obviously didn't like the rain. Okay, so Mark leads us out there, nearly 3 seconds gap already. Ace Killer gets himself into second. Argan into third. Oh, we've got drivers off. Leaf Barn spinning around. Mayor Racing off track. Who's that in front? That's Koenigschleiser. Argan getting it wrong somewhere. He's just been off track, picked himself up a half a second penalty, allowed Koenigschleiser through. It's all action already. We've only been around about 4 turns. So Mayor Racing trying to get hold of that Porsche. Already with a 2.5 second penalty. Bockhurst come from the back. Oh, that's Mayor Racing off again. What tyres have you got on Mayor Racing? Racing softs. There you go. There's your mistake. And I assume a lot of these other drivers have probably got racing softs on as well. Yeah, racing softs on for Gazelle, Leaf Barn racing softs on for Potkind as well. So a few drivers making mistakes. Mark though giving up the lead. He's managed to get it wrong somewhere, put it in the wall, and that's allowed Ace Killer through to take the lead for the time being. So some liveries load in, some liveries not. So if we look at Ace Killer's, if we can even see it. Really, green and black. That should be an identical livery. Again, not that you can see it. Should be an identical livery to Mark behind, but Mark's livery certainly hasn't loaded. That's the standard BMW livery there. Holding second though, Koenigschleiser in the Beetle in third. Bockhurst in fourth. Oof, oh, maybe not for long. Off track through there. Can he get it back on without spinning around? Yes, he can. Whitty in fifth. Mechanica in 6th, 9, nearly 10 seconds back from Whitty. A few drivers quid out of this one then. Obviously, he's sticking the wrong tyres on. Naughty drive attempt, 3 seconds penalty he's got. Again, most of these drivers at the back with the racing softs on. Hoping it's going to dry out, but it's not looking like it is at the minute. Leaf Barn as well in 9th on the softs, and Potkind making the mistake. It's his lobby as well. How did you get that so wrong, Potkind? Surely you should have all the cheat codes knowing it's your lobby. Ace Killer then continues to lead, held that 3.5 seconds over Mart. He's still being closed up by Koenigschleiser in that little Beetle actually. Quite stable in the wet, must be. Bockhurst another 10 seconds behind. Whitty another 7 seconds behind him on the inters, and then the first of the soft tyre drivers 8 seconds back. Okay, so it has actually stopped raining at this point on the circuit. Still catching them out though when they're not on the dry parts of the track. Oh, struggling to get these things pointing in the right direction. So if this continues then, the top five will all be in the pits for a set of racing softs at the end of this lap. Is it still raining? No, it's not raining from Ace Killer's perspective either, so it is drying out. Have they gained enough time on the inters versus the soft tyre drivers? Still a little bit sketchy out there. Tyres still a tiny bit loose. Will start to get better as the track dries out a little, but there is Ace Killer, Mart and Koenigschleiser all heading up towards the carousel. Bockhurst in the background just coming up the hill himself. Whitty not too far behind them either, just coming around that right hander. Unfortunately he is being now closed up by those drivers on the soft tyre. With the track drying out it will make those come to life a little bit better. A few of them have got penalties to lose though, 3 seconds for temp. We've still got the rest of this semi-wet circuit to negotiate as well. Gazelle on the softs. Leaf Barn on the softs, Mechanica on the softs, and Potkind on the softs as well. They were hoping they would the track would dry out a little bit earlier than it did. 1 minute 10 behind race leader then for the man at the back, Potkind. It does look like we've got a Just for Fun livery available for these cars as well. Gap starts to come down a little bit then between Ace Killer and Mar. Only a second, so still plenty of time between them. 2.5 still a gap. Koenigsschleiser falls off the back of Mart a little bit. 3.7 seconds the gap between second and third then. There is Bockhurst. Another 5.5 seconds back. Whitty losing time. 15 seconds back and being closed up by the drivers on the soft tyres now as well. With that track drying out, it's going to get swamped by the time they get onto the Dottinger Straight. Race leaders just coming up towards that point now. Through the mini carousel up towards Swallowtail. A few drivers join and then leaving. Obviously Nordschleife takes a long time to race, so some drivers see it's on lap 1 and then disappear. Okay, top 2 then, just 2 seconds between them now. Still very wet here at Nords on this part of the track. Koenigsschleiser in third, now got Bockhurst right behind him, just half a second back as well. Made a couple of mistakes through those last couple of corners, I think, Koenigsschleiser. His usual Vanta black livery not loaded either on the Beetle. Oh, that's the wrong way. That's usually a matte black Beetle with a blue stripe down the roof that says Dark Smoker in it. Okay, let's have a look. Ace Killer decides not to come in then. Mart stays out as well. Bockhurst in. Koenigsschleiser stays out. Whitty has managed to stay in 5th. Temp, who was closing up on him, has dropped all the way to 8th. Now what does Whitty do? Track got a dry line on it now. He stays out. The drivers on the fast racing softs are going to stay out. Now they can see the track drying out. Digazelle comes through, then Leaf Barn comes through. Temp comes through. Mechanica over the brow of the hill. A long way back, as is Potkind Vectra. So still wet around the first half of this circuit. These inters will start to burn out really quickly as the track dries out. You will see these drivers looking for wet parts of the circuit to try and keep these tyres cool. They're alright for now, no dry line at this point. Koenigsschleiser holding on to that third. Bockhurst still on the inters, as is Whitty. Digazelle 6th, just 2 seconds behind Whitty at the moment. Still wet here, so these drivers still got to be a little bit cautious. Carrying a lot of speed down into some of these turns. They might just get caught out. Trying to chase Whitty into some of these turns. He can obviously brake a little bit better in these conditions. Oh, Bockhurst got it wrong. He's ended up off track. Been reset to track by the looks of it. Drops himself to 8th. Digazelle then pushing now. Now he's got a little bit of traction. Nowhere for him to go through this part of the track though. Just got to keep it on that dry part of the circuit. Try not to light the tyres up coming out of one of these turns. Very dry section on track now. Should work in Digazelle's favour, but again, he's got to try and make the pass on the dry sections and not in the wet sections, or it could all go horribly wrong for him. couple of cars starting to queue up now behind this train. Leaf Barn Temp. Bockhurst just in the background as well after getting himself put back on circuit. How long can Whitty hold on to fourth? Okay, let's go and have a look at the front. Ace Killer still leads. That gap drops to 1.1 second between the pair of those BMWs. Again, Mark just looking for a little bit of wet here to try and keep those tyres cool. Starting to see the wear show up though on the intermediate tyres. The more it dries out, the more they'll wear. So again, you will see, as we've just seen Martin peeling across the track looking for those little bits of wet, just trying to keep those tyres under control for the next half a lap at least. Koenigsschleiser in exactly the same position at the minute. Track's slightly dry where he is than the two drivers in front. Still a little bit of moisture there for him to stick on those tyres. Gazelle then and Temp through to fourth and fifth. Whitty getting pushed down to sixth then. Now the Temp going for the move on Gazelle. Looks to the wet part of the circuit. Could have all gone wrong through there. The two Porsches battling it out then. Whitty and Leaf Barn not too far behind. Temp all over the back of Gazelle at the minute. Traction control might be playing its part here a little. You can see it lighting up on Temp's car. Just give you that little bit of bravery factor because you know you can almost stamp your foot on the throttle. And you're not going to set that rear end off into a completely different direction. Oh, look at the Inters now. Not too bad on the BMWs up front, but Koenigsschleiser really pushing those front tyres on the Beetle. It's not too far off the back of the BMWs, to be honest, and I think they have got enough time to get in the pits and back out before 24 seconds. They are being closed up on. Position just swapped. Gazelle is off track. He's hit that wet, gone a little bit wide. Off track he goes, picked up a bit of damage. It has allowed Temp through to fourth. Now what can he do, chasing down the top three? Almost gets it all wrong himself through there, pushes it a little bit too much through that turn, as we just see Whitty do exactly the same thing. Again, he's on the Inters and they are absolutely crawling out to be changed at the minute on Whitty's car. Picks up a little bit of front end damage on that thing as well. Two BMWs neck and neck then through the mini carousel up towards the Swallowtail for the second time in race one. We'll see these two in the pits at the end of this lap, and Koenigsschleiser as well. You'll see Whitty in. They are peeling over to that wet part of the circuit. Almost pointless now, boys. You've only got a straight to go. Can't be putting that much wear on these tyres on the straight. Positions going to swap here, are they? Mark just gets a little pull on Ace Killer as they come over the brow of the hill. Just gets himself in front using the slipstream. Gets himself back into P1 as they come towards the pits. Ace Killer right behind him. Ace Killer stays out on the Inters. Is that a good move or is that a bad move? Very dry line. Those Inters might be very, very broken, but is he going to save enough time? Mark not at the pit box yet, nor Koenigsschleiser. So his Killer's going to have to be really careful here come the end of this lap. Not in the pits, tyres changed, fuel on, gets released. What's the gap when he comes out? 23 seconds, 24 seconds. It's a big old gap, but it's not impossible on a final lap with tyres wearing out. Very fast on Ace Killer's car. He'll be looking for every bit of moisture he can, although he's not doing it up there. Sounds like he's taking his time around some of these turns, maybe sticking it in a slightly higher gear. Gap coming down though, down to 22 seconds between first and second. Koenigsschleiser back out the pits in third, fresh set of racing softs. Gazelle in and out, fresh set of softs. Leaf Barn stays out on the softs. Temp. Oh, Temp off track. Oh, he's off track through there. Oh my god, it's absolutely gone terribly wrong for him. Whitty, fresh set. Oh, Whitty, no, Whitty, no, Whitty. Should have gone for a set of softs, but you're out now. Too late. Mechanica out with a fresh set of softs. Potkind Vectra just getting tooled up there himself. Fresh set of tyres and just taking on board fuel. A little bit too much fuel maybe. Fresh set of softs on it. Did he? Oh no, he didn't change tyres. Okay. Okay, Mark's got it wrong somewhere. Gap now at 20. Oh no, sorry, what am I talking about? He came in the pits and Ace Killer didn't. I thought these two were following each other around. They weren't. That gap is coming down. 19 seconds. Koenigsschleiser finds himself off track. Oof. Don't get too leery on that throttle yet, Koenigsschleiser. Clean those tyres off. Stick to that dry line. So he loses a big chunk of time to Mart in front. Still got about 11 seconds to Gazelle behind. A little bit of rear end damage to that Beetle. There's Gazelle in fourth. Leaf Barn in the Ferrari in fifth. Whitty in sixth. Mechanica in seventh, getting a little bit closer to him. Potkind Vectra a long way down. 38 seconds back off of Mechanica. Nearly 2 minutes off of race leader. Gap still coming down. Not quite at the halfway point at the moment. 15.2 seconds the gap sits at. It was 24 when they came out the pits, and it's coming down every time. Mart on the soft tyre, Ace Killer staying out on the semi-worn Inters, which are pretty much fully worn Inters at this point. So he's going to start struggling then against Mart. As long as Mark can stay on that dry line, keep the pressure on him. He can take those racing lines, he can brake where he needs to, unlike Ace Killer on those worn tyres. But is it going to be enough? 13 seconds to try and make up between now and the checkered flag. Still quite a tall order, again not impossible. Only takes a slight mistake from Ace Killer up front on those tyres. Hear him feathering the throttle, just trying to keep that thing under control. Unfortunately for him, that's just dropping big chunks of time to Mark behind. Falls out of the carousel there, just can't get the grip going in. Car pushes wide. Gap down to 11.5. Finds a little bit of moisture, tries to do anything he can to keep those tyres in good condition. Koenigsschleiser still third. Gazelle now just 9 seconds behind him. Whoa, Larry through the curbs there, Koenig. There's Gazelle up towards the carousel himself, still being chased a little bit closely by Leaf Barn, 2.5 seconds behind. Whitty in 6th, but he has got Mechanica almost pushing him around this circuit now. Yeah, you've stuck the intermediates on. They will last you a lap, Whitty, but they won't be quick, unfortunately. Mechanica looking eager to get past him. Potkind Vectra, unfortunately, way off the pace. Strategic move now just to sit at the back. He's not going to make up any time to pass any other drivers, but he will start first in the next race as it is reverse grid. That gap is coming down massively now. 5.7 seconds between Ace Killer and Mart. He's got a few corners to go before the Dottinger Straight. But again, Mart able to go pretty much full race pace as long as he stays off the wet. Visibly see Ace Killer now. Again, Ace Killer still going to be slow around these next few corners as we come onto the Dottinger Straight. Look how much time Mart's made up on him just through that little corner there. Backs off. Ace Killer making that little mistake. Mart stays behind him. Knows he's in a good position to get him on the Dottinger. Ace Killer can't carry as much speed around this turn as Mart. Mart knows he's just got to stick with him. Throttle now, that's it. There's a little push. He's going to help him down the track a tiny bit. I can't imagine he's going to give him the win. Mart back into first, but Ace Killer picking up that slipstream. He's looking to maybe try and come back here, but who's got the nerve running up the corners? A little bit of bumping. Ace Killer looks like he might just have it. Can he get this car under control though? Oh, hard on the brakes. Mart tags him a little. Just hurry up, get out of the way on your crappy tyres, that's what he's saying. Looks like he's going to give Ace Killer the win though. Go on, overtake him, get the win. No, Ace Killer takes it. Mart comes home in second. Koenigsschleiser through those same corners as well. Gazelle actually closing up massively on him by the end of this race. But it is going to be Koenigsschleiser that comes home for third position. Quick flash of the lights. Gazelle, look at that, just 4 seconds behind him as they cross the line then. Leaf Barn falls off the back. Oh, he's out of fuel. He's out of fuel, Leaf Barn. And he goes coasting across the line then, 9 seconds back. Mechanica did get past Whitty, and by a long shot in the end. Stay hydrated, people. Stay hydrated. I'm on the San Miguel's tonight. Well, Mechanica, it might not be the best result, but it's the best number on the grid. Boom, 6th place for Mechanica then. Whitty comes over the brow of the hill. Last couple of turns for him to go then. He's doing alright tonight, Whitty. He got the right tyres on off the line. Got himself into 5th. Unfortunately, lap 2, he lost a bit of time to those drivers on the soft tyre, and then when he came in for tyres, ended up putting another set of inters on, which yeah, just cost him a little bit. But 7th for him, and then we just wait for Potkind. It's just mistakes, I think, from Potkind. He does take 8th though. That is race 1 in the bag. We did lose an awful lot of drivers from race 1. I think a few of them on the line saw the rain and the night time and went nope. They just noped it. Billy Smoker, not yet. Not yet. I've only got 2 cans up here, so everyone's pretty safe tonight. So let's have a look at the results then. Ace Killer on that top spot of the podium. Mart 2nd, Koenigsschleiser 3rd, Gazelle 4th, Leaf Barn 5th, Mechanica 6th, Whitty 7th, Potkind in 8th. Look at all those DNFs. Temp lefters, Mea Racing lefters, Zacchino lefters, Webster, Arg, Gan, Urak, Arkenstone, he's back off to play Skyrim, and Bockwurst, all the 2s. Look at that. 7 DNFs. That's not great. Right, who have we got in the room now? A few new drivers turned up. Oh. Weather selection method, present weather. Okay. Okay, looks like it's going to be good for race 2. So let's have a look who we've got in the room now. It's going to go all over the place as drivers pick cars, but we've got Slipstream joined the room. Mart, Vectra, Metro Bolus, a new driver. What flag's that? What flag's that? Is that Peru? I want to say Peru. Could just be making that up. Mechanica still here. Zacchino, he didn't leave the room, he just quit that race. Fair play. Stick around, and Temp as well. Temp stuck around. He didn't stick around. No such thing. Temp just in the chat saying, "Nah, Clark, I don't even know." Leaf Barn telling him to drive clean. So I'm not sure what happened there. Bit of bumping and a barging maybe. But yeah, looks like better conditions for race 2. Hopefully we see all of the drivers cross the line. No more DNFs. Come on, man up. Paranoia awake. That is some kind of Russian flag, I'm sure of it. Eastern European. So it will be reverse grid for everybody that finished the last race. All new drivers will start from the front. So your Metro Bolus, where's he gone? Slipstream, he's at the top of that list. There he is, and Paranoia Awake already at the front. And then reverse grid for everybody else. So Potkind, Mechanica, Leaf Barn, Dagazelle, Koenigschleiser, Mart, and then Ace Killer. Those two will get put into position as and when they pick a car. What's that I don't like? Will you sod off? Notifications of things that have run out of temporary use that I've not even got on the computer anymore. Stop it. Okay, somebody else joining us, are they? Ace Killer and Witty still not picked a car. Who's this? Who's turning up here? Climax 82, fair. Mayor Racing rejoins us. So quit out of the last race, he's rejoined us. I don't know what any of that means. Yeah, Climax 82 stuck around as well. You boys certainly need to pick a car. You've got 2 minutes before race 2 kicks off. Race Face GT. Is that a mountain biking reference perchance? Or do you just have a face for racing and you like GT cars? Potentially. That goes down easy in the Corona. Okay, full race lobby again. 15 drivers on track. Mechanica, oof, opting for the 4GT race car. Interesting choice. I think it's pretty wide. It's got quite a good top end. How it handles the twisty turnies through the mid part of the circuit, I don't know. Mark's livery is fine. Well, it's showing up there. It might not be showing up on track. The Porsche, very popular here. BMW as well. Koenigsegg doesn't like anything except that Beetle. Yeah, a couple of Ferraris. And if Cheat Code turns up, I'm pretty sure you're going to see him in a Nissan GTR at some point. Okay, race 2 just about to get underway. I can see the countdown happening in the chat. Reverse grid from previous race. Except new drivers who all get stuck at the front. Metrobolus going for the Audi R8 then. Let's turn some nonsense on now. So we're ready for lights out. Temp still in the Porsche. Leaf Barnes still in his Ferrari. Slipstream. Ah, okay, he's opted for the Nissan GTR for this race. Mayor Racing backwards in a Porsche. Okay, race 2 then. Cars on the grid. Weather looking a lot better. Still dusk-ish, lights on. There should be better conditions than race 1. Revs go up then. Still waiting on the lights. Here we go. And we're off. Race 2 underway then. Slipstream gets a decent start. Paranoia Awake follows him around at turn 1 cleanly. Vectra followed by Witty. Metrobolus into 5th. Leaf Barnes 6th. Mechanica in 7th. We've got Digazelle in 8th. Koenigsegg 9th. Mart in 10th. Oof, Ace Killer in 11th. Zucchino in 12th. Temp looking to get past him. Not working around there. Trying around, what's going on here? Everyone backed up behind Witty by the looks of it. And then who do we have at the back? Mayor Racing in 14th and Climax in 15th. Let's just jump to that little traffic jam here. I think it was Witty. They're all tucked up behind. Yeah, pretty much. Of cars all vying for position down here. Koenigsegg, who is that? And Mark battling it out for 11th and 12th. A little bit of door banging coming into the sideways action there from Digazelle as he tries to run around the outside of Ace Killer. Doesn't work for him. It's all kicking off then in race 2. Let's get ourselves back to the front. Slipstream makes a little bit of a break, 1.5 seconds away from Paranoia Awake. He's got about the same gap between himself and Potkind. That's 3.7 seconds back to Leaf Barn. Mechanica drops in behind him, 0.6 of a second in that 4GT. Metrobolus, oh, Ace Killer, almost sideways and off the track in that BMW. Metrobolus in 6th, Witty 7th. Digazelle 8th. Temp in 9th, Ace Killer 11th. 10th, sorry. Mart in 11th. Oh, Ace Killer, don't know what's happening there. Some glitching going on. Oh, there's all sorts of chaos. There's all sorts of chaos. Somebody has got a really bad internet connection. Zucchino off track. Ace Killer getting it all wrong, drops all the way down to 14th position. Damage on the front of that car as well. It did look like his internet connection was looking a little bit poor. Digazelle and Temp having a chat-in match. Temp ends up in 15th as well, so chaos in the midfield pack then. Oof. Paranoia Awake pushes it a little bit too far around there, but he is closing back up on slipstream here. Gap down to 1.3 seconds. Nissan GTR followed by BMW, first, second and third. Behind the Ferrari in fourth, 3.2 seconds back. Mechanica in that 4GT with some sort of sideways alien lights going on in his little cowls, sitting in fifth. Metrobola sixth, Whitty seventh, Mart right behind him. They find the space to get past Whitty. Not up the inside through there. Fortunately, Whitty brakes a little bit earlier than some of the faster drivers, so it just causes some of them to bottle up behind him. Oh, he's got wide through there, gives Mark the opportunity to have a look round the outside through this next turn. He takes that opportunity, gets into, leaves the door wide open there as well. There's Mart and Die Gazelle going through. Koenigschleiser and Mayer Racing now, the next drivers looking for a slot past Whitty. Koenigschleiser carries the speed in the Beetle, opts not to dive up the inside through there. Could have made that work, but it might have messed him up in the next turn. Over the back of the Porsche then, sitting in ninth. Koenigschleiser, Mayer Racing, Zacchino all stuck behind Whitty at the moment. Ace Killer back up to 13th. Climax getting it wrong somewhere, drops to 14th. Temp still in 15th. Slipstream and Paranoia Awake almost side by side as they head down towards the mini carousel. Who's got the legs on the straight? BMW all over the back of the Nissan, heading up towards Swallowtail. Got the slipstream then, Paranoia Awake. Not opting to use it at the moment. I don't know why. Just trying to beat the Nissan on pure power alone. Picks up a little bit of a slipstream now. Swings back out to go for the overtake. Does sound like that's max power for the Nissan. The BMW starts to pull away then a tiny bit from the Nissan after that overtake. Still picking up a slipstream though, slipstream, funnily enough. Okay, change of strategy here then. Paranoia Awake stays out, Slipstream comes in, Potkind comes in, Leaf Barn comes in, Metrobolus comes in, Mechanica comes in, Mart stays out, followed by Die Gazelle. These drivers dragging their cars down the pit lane wall. Whitty stays out, Mayer Racing stays out, Koenigschleiser stays out, Zacchino stays out, Ace Killer stays out. Ace Killer actually on the medium tyre for this race. Slipstream back out then, fresh set of mediums on for him, almost a full tank. Climax almost T-boning him on the way through there. Just getting out in front then, Slipstream. Climax on semi-worn softs, as is Temp. Oh, there you go, Climax trying to keep up with the fresh tyres. And it wasn't to be. Oh, he's been reset to track as well, down in 15th. What a shame for Climax, just stayed on the grass that little bit too long. So Paranoia Awake, he's pushed those softs hard in lap 1. He's got to be careful that they don't ruin his race in lap 2. Mark then, chasing him down, being chased. Oh, Climax left the room, not happy with being dropped to 15th. So, Paranoia Awake 14 seconds nearest damn it in front of these two. Gazelle chasing Mark down. Witty just losing that position. Königsschleiser through. Yes. Oh, Witty. Oh, Witty. Oh, that's all wrong for Witty. Oh, Witty. Unlucky, my friend. Oh, unfortunately, that's just caught Mayer racing out as well as he goes spinning around trying to avoid Witty coming back on track. Brings him out right in front of Slipstream on those fresh medium tyres. Mechanical on his fresh softs. Temp on his worn softs with a penalty now as well. Popkind Vectra with fresh set of mediums. Leaf Barn with fresh mediums. Metrobolus with fresh mediums. Paranoia Awake then still leading but losing time to Mark behind. Oh, whoa! He's going to lose even more time with moves like that. BMW and the Porsche though, second and third, neck and neck they have been for about the last half a lap since they've got past Witty. They've pretty much managed to stay together, these two. Zacchino through to fourth then. He's Killer back up to fifth. Positions swapping all over the place. Königsschleiser sixth, Mayer Racing seventh, Witty in eighth. Slipstream now right behind him in 9th, Mechanica right behind him in 10th, Temp just behind that little pile in 11th, 5 seconds back to Popkind, Leaf Barn half a second behind him in the Ferrari, Metrobolus another 5.5 seconds back himself in 14th. Back to Paranoia Awake then, still doing alright on those semi-worn softs, or very worn softs now. Is still losing a little bit of time to these two. Not as much as they'd hope to him to lose. Time not coming down quick enough for their liking, still at 11.3 seconds. Not actually making up any time on Paranoia Awake at the moment, or maybe a little, half a second. Get down to 10.5 seconds. Still not enough before they all need to hit the pits. And I'm sure they'll all come out with a fresh set of soft tyres on for that final lap. Be daft not to. Zacchino under all sorts of pressure then by Ace Killer behind him. Zacchino on the semi-worn mediums, Ace Killer also on the semi-worn mediums. Look for a different route round him here, Ace Killer, but it's not working out. Both drivers off track then as they look to defend and attack at the same time. Königsschleiser takes advantage, gets past Ace Killer. Now did Zacchino, he did end up with front end damage. Königsschleiser's also got front end damage, as has Ace Killer. Mayer Racing might be in the best spot here then to get past all three of them up the Dottinger Straight. Come on now boys, leave the German abusive chat to the Discord or somewhere else. There is Paranoia Awake then, leading the race, 8.2 seconds up the road from Mart. Did lose a little bit more time then to the two drivers behind him. Now what's happening here? Gazelle getting the slipstream on Mart. Can Mart get that one back before they come up the hill? He switches back out. He's got the inside line, side by side again for these two. Still not sure. It is Gazelle just getting in front. Paranoia Awake into the pits. Gazelle missing the apex. Oh, he's hit the wall on the way in the pits as well. Luckily, he's been allowed in. Mart then just gets in the pits in front of him. Gazelle third. Ace Killer will come in the pits. Oh, Königsschleiser going wide through there though. They all enter the pits. Slipstream stays out then. Paranoia Awake back out right behind him. Fresh set of softs on as well in the BMW. Potkind Vectra comes through on the semi-worn mediums, as does Leaf Barn. Mart out the pits then on a fresh set of softs. He's 8.4 seconds behind Slipstream out front. Gazelle back out, fresh set of softs. Metrobolus behind him, just 1.7, but he's on semi-worn mediums. Ace Killer back out with a fresh set of softs. Zarkinio, fresh softs. Meyer, fresh softs. Fresh softs on for Königsschleiser. Witty, fresh softs. Mechanica, not into the pits yet. Here he comes. I'm sure he'll have fresh softs on. When he comes out, Slipstream then under pressure from Paranoia Awake. Those semi-worn mediums aren't going to last too much longer against a fresh set of softs. Both drivers got plenty of fuel on. It's all going to come down to the grip of those tyres. Just a quarter of a second between them as they head through foxholes. Nowhere for Paranoia Awake to go at the minute. Not too good. You can hear the tyres glitch screeching around the corner. Carrying more speed than Slipstream down the hill then, not able to get next to him. He's going to have to force Slipstream into a mistake here, I think. No threat from behind at the moment. 6.8 seconds back to Potkind. Hard though, piling the pressure on the Slipstream in front. Where does he go for the move? Up the long straight with the slightly right kink in it. After the next elbow to the right, all over the back of Slipstream as they head into this right, goes for the move up the inside, doesn't quite hold that line. He's got a good opportunity down here. Slipstream and full strength, full power. Oh, Slipstream making it as difficult as he can. BMW gets a little bit of a look here. Not quite enough though, Slipstream just stays in front. Is it going to stay like this until they get to the Dottinger straight? Oh, pushes a little bit hard there, Paranoia. To line through here, but Slipstream's going to hold the line coming up to the carousel. Oh, it's a little bit drifty there from Paranoia Awake. Loses a tiny bit of time to Slipstream. Let's go and check on the rest of the field while these two are still battling. Look at this, Potkind Vectra closing up on this battle in front. Apologies, that's the wrong camera angle I'm looking at. That's Mart now right behind Potkind Vectra. He's got himself past Leaf Barn. 8 seconds behind race leader still though. Leaf Barn in 5th, Digazelle 6th. Ace Killer gets himself up to 7th. Zacchino 8th. Mayor Racing lights his tyres up coming out of the carousel, holding 9th at the minute. Metrobolus in 10th. Just misses the carousel himself through there. Witty in 11th, but he's got Königsschleiser pretty close as they both dive into the carousel as well. Mechanica in 13th, so losing 2 drivers from this one. Paranoia wide through there as well. Still all over the back of Slipstream though. Tyres looking very similar between them. Still more grip on the softs. Where's it going to be? Where's it going to be? It's just tucked right under Slipstream's rear wing here. Looking for any opportunity. Get a better drive out of the Swallowtail onto the Dottinger Straight for sure. Still unable to get past. Oh, Slipstream goes wide through there though. Paranoia Wake goes through. He's not going to miss an opportunity like that. Oh, Slipstream misses the mini carousel as well. As Mark just gets himself past Hopkind into 3rd. So Paranoia Awake then. Picking up the lead after Slipstream's slight mistake. Very close to the end as well. I think he would have been overtaken onto when they hit this straight anyway. But still would have had a little bit more of a battle on his hands. Then opens up enough gap between himself and Potkind not to give Potkind a Slipstream up Dottinger Straight, so should hang on to 3rd. Here comes Paranoia away, then last few corners for him. Around that last turn then, and it's a win on the cards then for Paranoia Awake. Taking the win in race 2, Slipstream. Taking 2nd, Mark coming home in 3rd. Potkind Vectra taking 4th. Leaf Barn taking 5th. Digazelle coming home in 6th. Ace Killer taking 7th. Mayor Racing coming home in 8th. Zacchino in 9th. Metrobolus is going to come home. Oh, why is there a yellow flag? Is that because somebody's handbraked it across the line? Yes. So Metrobolus then coming home to take 10th position. Königsschleiser will take 11th. Witty will take 12th. We just wait for Mechanico, who unfortunately has only just hit the Dottinger Straight in that Ford GT, so there was some chatter in the PlayStation lobby as that race was going on. It was all in German, so I don't know who was at fault, who said what. It was just a couple of drivers saying some stuff. But I had no idea what the conversation was about. We'll see him cross the line though. And he does, literally runs out of fuel as the front end of that car crosses that line. And there we go, race 2 in the bag. Yeah, argue in English, and then at least I know who's in the wrong. There he is. Elmir takes the win. So there we go. Paranoia Awake taking top spot. Slipstream 2nd. Mart in 3rd. Potkind in 4th. Leaf Barn 5th. Digazelle 6th. Ace Killer in 7th. Mayor Racing 8th. Zacchino in 9th, Metrobolus 10th, Koenigschleiser 11th, Whitty 12th, Mechanica in 13th, and we lost Temp and Climax. Climax spun out and ended up 15th, and I'm not sure what was going on with Temp, but he DNF'd, and then there was chatter in the PlayStation lobby chat, but again in German, so no idea. No idea. So it's going to be another reverse grid. Koenigschleiser, what are you doing with your liveries tonight? A couple of new drivers. So have we still got, we've got Zacchino, and we've now got Calginio. Webster's come back. Doreen 81 Flo has joined the lobby as well. So again, back to 15 drivers, but they don't always all finish the race, do they? So a little bit of a break then between race 2 and race 3. Don't forget to go and check out the website. Boom. No. Boom. There it is. Just4Fun Driving Club.de. And if you give me 36 seconds, maybe less, we'll go for some boom, and then we'll go for some pow, and then look, website, yeah, which is what it says in the middle here, Just4FunDrivingClub.de. So yeah, make sure you go and check out the website. Plenty to go and look at, all sorts of stuff. Yeah, gallery look, oh, pretty pictures, tips and tricks, how to drive a car. Still plenty of people out there that don't. Information pages, so emails and discords and and then the best page of all is my page. Well, it's not my page, it's the left page, or everything else page. There's me. Alright, so go and check that out. www.just4fundrivingclub.de. There you go. Turn that off as well. Boom. No, Ace Killer. Stop it. It's going all right. Stop it. What are you talking about, Ace Killer? Been catching and boars. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? Anyone else in the chat want to try and decipher what Ace Killer is trying to say? Sudoku? I know what a boar is. I don't get the reference to boars. There's no boars here. No boars on my cans of alcohol. Makes sense, boy. Makes sense. So these three should end up at the front. Oh. Just Webster we're waiting on now, so that's grid order set. Oh, Digazel's just left the room. Oh yeah. Tyre wear set at ×5. Fuel consumption set at ×6. Oh, because of Billy Smoker. Oh, okay. Okay. No. For starters, they're only boars in Europe. They're hogs in America. Wild hog. Alright, that's where Billy Smoker's from. Now you've said raccoons, I kind of get the what you're on about. You've got to get your continents right, bro. Alright? And no raccoons either. No alligators. No snapping turtles. No catfish. Alright, none of that. No snake wrangling. Okay, race 3 just about to kick off. When it lets me in. Okay, Koenigsegg has finally found his livery. It's completely the wrong colours, but we'll go with it for now. So Doreen's going to lead us out. Calginio second, Whitty third, Koenigsegg fourth. And they're away. It's a great start by Koenigsegg, getting that Beetle lit up off the line as he tries to get his way past Whitty before turn 1. And does so. Usually in the matte black and blue liveried Beetle, Koenigsegg, but this week he's gone for Dayglow yellow and red. Interesting. Whitty in fourth then. Oh no! Who was that in the Audi? Was that... what was his name? Oh, he's left. Okay. He got spun around and disappeared. So Doreen leads us out then in the Porsche, followed by Calginio in the Jag in second, Koenigsegg in the Beetle in third, Whitty in fourth in the Porsche, Zacchino in the Lamborghini. Are you still in the Lamborghini? Yes you are. Sitting in fifth, Maya Racing in sixth, Ace Killer seventh, Leaf Barn in eighth, DIA 3SP Mart in 9th, Slipstream in 10th, Paranoia Awake in 11th, Webster in 12th, and Popkind Vectra 13th. We've already lost a couple of drivers from this one. Amazing. Koenigsegg then into second, on the hunt now for top spot, chasing down Doreen in that Porsche. Just 1.5 seconds between the two of them. Zacchino into third, Maya Racing fourth, Ace Killer fifth. What's happened to Whitty? Leaf Barn sixth, Mart seventh, Slipstream eighth, Paranoia Awake in 9th, Whitty 10th. And he's got drivers looking for a way past as well, Calginio and Popkind. Calginio carries way too much speed past there. Sends himself off track. I do like that livery though. If you know, you know. If you're old enough to know, you should know that livery. Especially with that great big word on the back. If you don't know, shame on you. Doreen then still holding the lead, but it is coming down. 1.2 seconds between himself and Koenigsegg. Zacchino has dragged himself onto the back end of the Beetle as well. Maya Racing fourth, Ace Killer fifth, Leaf Barn sixth, Mart seventh, Slipstream eighth, Paranoia Awake in 9th, Whitty 10th, Popkind in 11th, Webster 12th, and then Calginio after that incident, all the way down in 13th, 5.5 seconds down. Beetle getting ever closer. Gap of 0.6. This is a 10th through that corner. Zacchino closes back up on him a little bit. Control kicking in then on Koenigschleiser's car. Stop the back end of that car lighting up. Into the carousel they go. Gap of 0.5. Zacchino under the rear wing of Koenigschleiser now as well. Mayer Racing trying to get himself tagged onto the back of those three. Got himself past Leaf Barn into 6th then. Leaf Barn in 7th, Slipstream in 8th, Pararoy Awake in 9th, 5 seconds down though. Witty 10th, Popkind 11th, Webster 12th, Calginio still losing a little bit. Oh, he's on the racing hard, so looking to run long then, Calginio in the Jag. Top three then, pretty much neck and neck. On board with 3rd place man then, looking at Koenigschleiser and Doreen in front. Mayer Racing just 1.5 seconds behind as well, with Ace Killer and Mark not too far off the back of him. Everybody's starting to close up a little bit then at the end of lap 1. There's a few cars closing up on these three. Very different by the time they come off the Dottinger Straight. Everybody just about picking up a slipstream, not quite for Koenigschleiser. He has got another gear to choose in a second. Zacchino closing up on him. Just lose 7th down the hill. Carrying the speed. Is it going to be enough to get past? No, it's not. He backs off, drops himself into the slipstream. Koenigschleiser picks that 7th gear up, just running up the hill. Throws himself in the pits. Mark comes in as well. Leaf Barn comes in. Slipstream comes in. So Doreen stays out. Ace Killer finds himself in 2nd position with the pit stops. Mayer Racing is in now in 3rd. Webster in 4th. Not stopping. Oof, sliding a little bit through there for Webster. Everybody else except Whitty in the pits. Looks like Whitty's coming in as well, slowing down, hitting that right hand side of the circuit. So it is just the top 4 that didn't stop. Koenigschleiser out the pits. Slipstream and Mart side by side on the exit. Slipstream just gets out in front. Medium tyres on for Slipstream, medium tyres on for Mart as well. What did Koenigschleiser come out with yet? Medium tyres. Can they close the gaps on the drivers in front then? Out on racing mediums themselves, semi-worn. So Doreen been given a tiny bit of breathing room then, 2 seconds between himself and Ace Killer. Mayer Racing falls off the back of Ace Killer a tiny little bit, 1.3 seconds the gap. Webster 13 seconds behind them in 4th. And then it's Koenig Schleiser, the first of the drivers to pits, sitting in 5th, being chased by Slipstream and DIA 3SP Mart. Leaf Barn in 8th, Paranoia Awake in 9th, Potkind 10th, Zacchino in 11th, Letty in 12th. So just the top 4 then that haven't stopped. Oh, mistake there by Doreen, hits a big pile of curb, throws that Porsche into the wall, luckily no damage. But he's had to get the anchors on, which has slowed him down. Ace Killer closing up on him then. Gap down to 1.4, big mistake then by Doreen. Ace Killer still pulling time over Mayor Racing behind as well. So he just needs to concentrate on what's in front of him. Doesn't need to be so worried about the Porsche behind him. That's getting slightly smaller corner by corner. But he wants that Porsche in front to be getting closer corner by corner. 1.6 seconds the gap. So the top 4 will have to come in at the end of this lap. They'll all need fuel. These 3 have been bolted together since the pit exit. Koenig Schleiser, Slipstream and Mart. Leaf Barn just off the back of those 3 at the minute. Paranoia Awake still 6 seconds behind. Whoa, gets a little bit sideways coming out of there. Picks it up though. Potkind in 10th. Zacchino 11th. Whitty in 12th. Big gaps at the back. Just a second between first and second. Ace Killer usually pretty good around this part of the circuit. Just gets that time dropping below a second. Still closing on Doreen then. It's very similar actually, it's back over a second. No traction control on though for Doreen, no traction control on for Ace Killer either. A little bit deep there for Doreen, didn't affect him too much. Gap now 3/4 of a second between first and second. Big gap now to Mayor Racing, 4.2 seconds behind. Can't even see him. Best spoiler in the game, look. Doreen under all sorts of pressure now. Gap down to 0.3 of a second. Ace Killer has got himself in a perfect position to go for a move here on Doreen before they get into the pits. Into the mini carousel. Opens up a little bit, still picking up a slipstream when they come onto the dotting up. There it is, 0.4 of a second between them. BMW about a mile an hour quicker than the Porsche, I believe. It's picking up the slipstream as well. Well, no. Ace Killer got it on fuel save mode. BMW doesn't sound like it's revving high enough at the moment. Porsche pulling away a little bit. Just going to stay in front as they come into the pits then, Doreen. Where do the rest of the drivers come in? These top four are going to have to come in the pits. They need fuel. Doreen comes in, followed by Ace Killer. Mayer Racing, next man, also going to be hitting the pits, as is that pair of headlights behind for Webster. Mayer Racing in then. Webster in. Mart gets himself into 5th position then. Big gap between himself and Koenigsschleiser and Slipstream. Not too sure what happened there between those two. Maybe nothing. Mart taking full advantage. Now, Doreen taking on probably enough fuel now. Mart just coming around that final turn. Ace Killer just getting out in front of Doreen, taking on slightly less fuel. Yeah, he did. Just jumped him in front of Doreen. Mart gets that 3rd spot then. Ace Killer and Doreen both out on a set of racing softs for this final lap. Can really push. Slipstream still on the racing mediums, as is Koenigsschleiser. Leaf Barn on the racing mediums. Mayer Racing out on a fresh set of softs now as well. Paranoia Awake comes through on the worn mediums. Popkind on worn mediums. Webster comes out with fresh softs in 10th. Can he make those work? Zacchino on the racing mediums as well. And Whitty will stay out on the racing mediums. So Ace Killer out front then, starting to pull a little bit of a time from Doreen. Needs to break the slipstream. Staying very similar between the two of them. Unfortunately, I don't think Mart's going to make up any time on those two. They're on the faster tyre. Mart's on a semi-worn set of mediums, so as long as he can stay ahead of the other drivers that have just come out of the pits on the softs, he should be good. He's got 2.5 seconds plus back to Slipstream in 4th. Koenigsschleiser also out on the worn mediums. Mayer Racing, the first driver out on the fresh set of softs. Can he make them work though? He is closing up on those two drivers in front. Oh, Koenigsschleiser making a mistake through there. Mayer Racing going to make an easy pass then, taking 5th. I can't see it being too long before he's on the back of Slipstream here as well. Koenigsschleiser starting to struggle with the back end of that Beetle on the semi-worns. Barn having a little look but backs out. Popkind in 8th, then Webster on a fresh set of softs behind him in 9th. Paranoia Awake in 10th, Zacchino 11th and Whitty 12th. Killer pretty safe at the minute, 1.7 seconds ahead of Doreen now. Yeah, Mart unfortunately still losing time to those drivers in front, but Slipstream not making up any time on him, although Mayer Racing is now tucked under his rear wing. Could be on for a couple of position changes here, Mayer Racing, if he can get the tyres gripping where he needs them. He's going to get that position there. Slipstream off track. Oh, Slipstream Racing. He's backed off. Fair play, fair play. That did look absolutely purposeful by Slipstream, but I think maybe just car going a little bit sideways as he came back on track. He did nudge Mayer Racing off track. He did slam the brakes on straight after and give him that position back. So good, fair play to you, Slipstream. It did look dirty as hell, but you've redeemed yourself, my friend. Oh, slipstream off track through there, as well as he's trying to chase down Schleiser for that 5th position back and defend from Leafbarn at the same time. And let's see what else is happening. So Ace Killer still about 1.5 seconds ahead of Doreen. Mart again just losing that little bit of time to those boys, but on that worn out medium tyre versus a fresh set of softs on for the 2 drivers in front. Mayer racing on a fresh set of softs behind, but now 7 seconds behind him, and we are about 2/3 of the way around this final lap, so that could be all she wrote for Mayer. Schleiser taking advantage of that little bit of contact between Slipstream and Mayer Racing, getting through past into 5th, Slipstream 6th, Leafbarn 7th, Webster in 8th, Popkind 9th, struggling a little bit himself on those tyres by the looks of it. Paranoia Awake right behind him in 10th. Zacchino 5.7 seconds behind in 11th, and poor old Whitty 1 minute 28 back in 12th. Doreen starting to bring that time back down between himself and Ace Killer. But they're onto the Dottinger straight now. No slipstream for Doreen. So it's an all out push to the line then. 66, yeah, very similar in terms of top speed, these two. I thought the BMW was about a mile an hour, maybe 2 miles an hour quicker at top speed. But it is going to be Ace Killer that comes through to take the win for race 3, barring any mistakes through these next few turns. Last corner to go then for Ace Killer. Towards the line to take the win. Doreen, hard fought, but unfortunately only good enough for 2nd for race 3. Mark coming home in 3rd. Mayer Racing by the skin of his teeth, taking 4th. Slipstream right behind him. Schleiser and Leafbarn all right there as he crossed the line as well. 6th, 7th and 8th. Oh, sorry, 5th, 6th and 7th. Webster, then the camera keeps up. Comes home in 8th position. Potkind, where's stupid camera? Potkind taking 9th. Zacchino taking 10th. Paranoia Awake right behind him comes home in 11th. And Whitty still a long way off. But it's another win on the cards for Ace Killer tonight. That's 2 in the bag for him. 1 for Paranoia Awake, and we'll see who gets the last race win tonight. Whitty into the mini carousel, a long way off the checkered flag. I don't think we're going to see him hit the checkered flag for this race. It's a little bit too far back. I could be wrong though. Glory shots for Whitty. Second best spoiler in the game. Because look, it's got my name on it. So we didn't get to see Whitty cross the line. There he is, Ace Killer on the top spot again tonight. 2 for him, 1 for Paranoia Awake, and again we'll see who takes the last race of the evening. Have we got some new drivers in? I don't think so. No. Oh, Nimra Racing. Nimra has turned up for the final race. Now, last race might not be a reverse grid. That might just be as of race positions. from this last race. We'll see. Slipstream just saying sorry to Mayor Racing as well. SRY, I'm assuming that's sorry. And then Nact. Don't know. Mut Curve. No. Curve is obviously bend. Mut Curve. Dog Corner. Mut would be double T. I'm sure of it. I'm assuming that says not a problem, or it's a massive problem, one of the two. Either way, he's left the room. Mayor Racing. Looks like Mark's out as well. There he goes. He's giving his goodbyes in the chat and off he pops. So 11 for the final race, unless we get any new joiners in the next few minutes. So is that reverse grid? Yes, not quite, because Webster's in third. Third from last, that's not where he should be. Don't know what that says, Webster. That looked pretty good, Ace Killer. Yeah, so not sure if that's final grid order or whether they're going to have a little bit of a jiggle around before the final race tonight. Looking at that, it's going to be Calginio that leads us out. Nimmer Race in second, Zacchino in third, Paranoia Awake fourth, Potkind fifth, Webster sixth, Leaf Barn seventh, Koenigschleiser eighth, Slipstream ninth, Doreen in 10th, and Ace Killer 11th. Maybe. That looks more like it. Webster now in sixth. So it looks like we're sticking with the same time of day as well. That might change before the race starts. Okay, so fuel and tyre wear drop then to ×2 for both. So that might mean an all-out slog. No pit stops, just a 3-lap thrash to the checkered flag. So 11 drivers in the lobby for the final race. Once everyone's picked their car, of course. Put him at the back. Put him at the back, says Calginio. Stop scaring him. He's not done it yet. Starting to hurt my bonds. What on earth does that say, Potkind? I see the word night in there, and that's about it. Calginio has been put at the back. And then Potkind Vectra behind him. I don't think Potkind will stay there. Could be wrong. He might fancy the challenge, seeing how far he can get through the field from the back. Nope, he is now 4th from the front. I didn't think he'd be there for too long. Okay, countdown for the last race just starting. Again, one of the best liveries, that one. If you know, you know. It's not on a Jag. It's on a Holden. Okay, so it is going to be Nimra Racing that leads us out for race 4 then. Last one of the evening. Paranoia Wake in 2nd, Zacchino 3rd, Potkind 4th, Webster 5th, Leaf Barn in 6th, Königsschleiser 7th, Slipstream in 8th. Right, go on then. We're away for race 4. Königsschleiser finally found his Vanta Black. Oh, Paranoia Wake. Oh no, he's backwards round turn 1. And that's him out of the lobby, I think. Racing done for the evening for him. So Nimrod Racing leads then. Zacchino 2nd, Potkind 3rd, Webster in 4th, Leaf Barn 5th, Slipstream in 6th, Vanta Black back again, Königsschleiser in 7th. Oh no, there's another car off. Doreen in, where are you now? 7th. Ace Killer in 8th, Calginio 9th, Webster getting it all wrong there in 10th. Oh, Paranoia Wake, you are still in the room. Oh, I don't know for how much longer now though. Pushing hard, mistakes. Oh, mistakes kicking in left, right and centre. It's all going wrong for Paranoia Wake. He's still in the room. No, he's not. He's gone. That's it then. Nimrod Racing coming under all sorts of threat then for the lead. He's got Leaf Barn one side, Potkind the other. Oof. Nimrod getting his braking all wrong through there. Ends up on the grass. Leaf Barn gets through. Potkind looking for a way past. Oh, a bit of bumping and a barging. Goes a bit grass tracky to get off. Königsschleiser sees the opportunity, goes through. Doreen also sees that opportunity, goes through. Königsschleiser decides he's going to turn that Beetle into a lawnmower as he battles it out with Ace Killer. There's cars off track all over the place. Oh my god, it's absolute chaos in race 3. Who else is off? Nimrod Racing's got damage front and rear. Anybody else? Yeah. Potkind Vectra got sent into the wall. He's got every bit of damage except front right wheel and engine. Absolute chaos in the mid-pack. Leaf Barn then leads 4 seconds over Calginio now, who wanted to start from the back, was at the back, and has found himself pretty much at the front through the chaos and mayhem. Still best livery on the grid at the minute tonight. Ace Killer in 3rd then, from the back of the pack as well. Königsschleiser in 4th in the Vanta Black Beetle. Finally found the right colour scheme tonight. Oh, who's that? That is Zacchino off track. He's already got 2 seconds penalty in that Lamborghini. Oof, he's going to end up with more driving like that. Doreen gets through then. Zach drops to 6th place with that 2 second penalty. Webster in 7th. Slipstream in 8th. And we've lost 3 drivers from this one already. Lobby host being one of them, Potkind Vectra. Leafbaum 5.5 seconds ahead of Calginio now. He is now the cork in the bottle, unfortunately. Ace Killer under threat from Koenigschleiser. Has a little look around the outside of Ace Killer while Ace Killer's trying to negotiate his way around Calginio here. Goes for a look around the outside. Koenigschleiser trying to follow the Jag through on the inside, but Ace Killer should just have the advantage now. Set himself up very early for that corner. Koenigschleiser unfortunately getting that one all wrong, ends up on the grass, allows Doreen 81 flow through into fourth. Koenigschleiser gets himself back on track, a little bit of rear wheel damage to that car, finds himself in fifth at the moment. Zacchino in sixth, still with that 2-second penalty, won't be able to lose that till the Dottinger straight. Webster in seventh, Slipstream right up his rear end in eighth. Can anyone chase down Leafbaum? 5.8 seconds is the gap between him and Ace Killer at the moment. Holden Interceptor. V8 Beast. Doreen in fourth then in that Porsche. She's looked pretty tasty all night, Doreen. Just one or two little mistakes I think have caught him out here and there. Had a good battle last race with Ace Killer. Fortunately unable to hold on to the lead of that one. Koenigschleiser then in that fifth. Wheel repaired itself now, so can get himself back up to full race pace. He'll be wanting to close up on Doreen and Calginio ASAP. Zacchino coming under threat then. Webster and Slipstream both closing up on him. He's still got that 2-second penalty to... Oh, was off track through there as well. I think he's just staying out of the way actually. Unfortunately, he might end up picking up another penalty for that. I doubt it though, he did slow down. Stays with that 2 seconds but finds himself at the back of the pack now. Leafbaum going past the disco zone. Ace Killer is starting to bring that... Oh, he's yo-yoing around a little bit. Did drop to 5.2, it's now 6.3, so maybe a little mistake there by Ace Killer. Calginio just getting the exit that turn wrong on the mini carousel, allowing Doreen flow through. So reasonably big gaps up front already. 5.5, it's pretty much 6 seconds between first and second. It's 3.5 almost to third place Doreen. Half a second back to Calginio in fourth. He's carrying good speed up here in that Jag. Way faster than the Porsche. He's not going for the overtake though. Gives Doreen a little bit of a nudge up the track. Help him on towards his mission to chase down Ace Killer in front. Drag Calginio along for the ride. He's not here for the racing as such, Calginio. He doesn't want to battle with these front runners at least. Or cause any issues coming into turns with them. But if he can hold on to this position, fair play to him. So no changes up front then, apart from Doreen just getting past Calginio. Koenigschleiser still fifth. Webster in sixth. Slipstream has managed to get his way past Zacchino. Now he's lost that penalty. He finds himself 8 seconds back then. He did drop off the track to allow Webster and Slipstream through, but he also still had that 2-second penalty to lose, which has cost him unfortunately. But Leafbaum doing all right in the Ferrari at the minute. Ace Killer can't find any extra grip or pace in that BMW to make that gap any smaller at the moment. Now Doreen 3.6 seconds behind Ace Killer. Calginio falling off the back of him a little bit unfortunately. Koenigschleiser getting ever closer. Gap down at 2.7 then between Koenigschleiser and Calginio. He's pretty quick in the Beetle, is Koenigsschleiser. Has he got the legs for the Jag though? That's got a fair bit of grip and top end, that thing as well, so it'll do alright against the rest of the field. It's just about I was just about to say it's about minimising those mistakes, as he almost lights the rear tyres up on the Jag. Loses a little bit of time to that fight with Koenigsschleiser behind. Gap at 2.3 seconds. Still 6 seconds back to this man in 6th place. We've lost slipstream from this race now, and it is just Zacchino in 7th. Oh, he's found himself with another penalty, half a second. He's been off track again somewhere. So it does look like the Just4Fun Driving Club has their own livery. Let's have a better look at that, shall we? It's very similar between the Porsche, BMW and the Lamborghini here. Let's go. Who else? Who else has got this livery tonight now? Anybody else left on track with that livery? I don't think there is. No. It is just Zacchino representing for the Just4Fun Driving Club then tonight. Leaf Barn starting to storm away with this one. 7.8 seconds the gap. Ace Killer just can't find anything for that Ferrari in front. Still pulling time over Doreen behind. Just cannot find anything for the legs of that Ferrari. MK Rocks just saying hello in the lobby chat. You're a little bit late for joining this lobby, I'm afraid. Ace Killer pushing the BMW, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Doreen again pushing the Porsche, but still losing time to Ace Killer. Calginio falls a little bit further back, falls further into the clutches of Koenigsschleiser. Just 0.8 between these two. Even less when they come out of this carousel. Actually grows a little bit. Calginio getting a good carousel there. Koenigsschleiser losing a big chunk of time to him. From 0.8 it's up to 1.2. Webster still 8.4 seconds behind in 6th. Zacchino almost 10 seconds back in 7th. Again, half a second penalty. Leaf Barn still 7.7 seconds ahead. No mistakes so far. Tyres looking good, fuel looking good. Ace Killer just can't find anything in this final race to put to the Ferrari. That gap nearly, it is, just hits 8 seconds. Leaf Barn still pushing that Ferrari up front then. Killer finds a little bit of time through those last few corners. Still big gap at the moment, 7.8 seconds. It's even bigger now. Doreen still 3.2 seconds behind Ace Killer. Calginio still holding on to 4th, but Koenigsschleiser right up his rear end as they come onto the Nottingham Straight. As the Beetle got the legs for the Jag. Carries good speed out of that turn, gives Calginio a little bit of a nudge up the road to start with. Goes for the second bout of bump drafting here. Does he go for a third or does he go for an overtake? He's going for a third. Go go for the overtake here. Looks like he's going for it now. Oh, Calginio though, trying to hold the power as they run up the hill. Backs off though, just allows the Beetle through. Could have been dangerous for the pair of them if he'd have opted to stay in that fight all the way up there. So it is Koenigsschleiser into 4th then, and Calginio now 5th. Still a big gap in front for Koenigsschleiser. Last lap, 5.1 seconds to try and chase down Doreen. Doreen's now got 3.7 seconds to try and close up on Ace Killer. And Ace Killer still teetering around the 8-second mark, closing up on Leaf Barn. Last lap. It's going to take a mistake by Leaf Barn for Ace Killer to close this gap up. Tyres are good. Should be no issue with those gripping in this last lap. Well, unless Leaf Barn decides to stick 2 wheels on the grass or something. And then he might have all sorts of trouble gripping. We'll see. Still plenty of time between him and Ace Killer as it stands. Koenigsschleiser through to that 4th spot then. Calginio starts falling back from him. He's still got 10 seconds back to Webster. You'll see Webster's not been able to close the gap up on those two in front, so might be okay for Calginio. Might just sit in that 5th position. Webster 6th. Zacchino losing more penalties then on that lap. Now unfortunately 20.6 seconds behind Webster, 50 seconds behind race leader. Still no time change between Leaf Barn and Ace Killer. A couple of tenths, but it is yo-yoing about between the 7.8 and 8-second mark. Just swapping out a battery, people. Gap still growing then, 8.1. BMW just not got the legs to chase down that Ferrari, not with Leaf Barn behind the wheel. Doreen falls a little bit further back as well. 4.2 seconds behind Ace Killer. Still plenty of time behind him. Koenigsschleiser 5.7 seconds back. Calginio making mistakes then. He has fallen into the clutches of Webster. So mistake then from Calginio. That 10-second gap is now down to 0.2 of a second. And we have lost... Who was the last driver? Who was 7th? That was teetering around at the back. Well, they're not here anymore. This is the last man on track. Webster in 6th, trying to chase down Calginio for 5th. Still looking good for Leaf Barn. Time still yo-yoing about the 7.8 and 8-second mark. No mistakes from Ace Killer, no mistakes from Doreen. Koenigsschleiser not been able to make up any time on him either. So it might just be, as we look at it, people, these two probably going to swap positions. Webster all over the back of Calginio again. Jag's pretty quick though. There's Webster just waiting for his opportunity on the Dottinger straight, or is he looking for any kind of opportunity or mistake from Calginio? Obviously he won't let a mistake go to waste. actively fighting to get past Calginio. Might just be biding his time until the long straight. He's got better lines than Calginio, but just can't find the gap to get up the inside of him. Leaf barn then. Mini carousel, swallowtail, dotting a straight, and that's him pretty much done and dusted. Still at 8 seconds. Leaf barn then hits the dotting a straight, 8.1 seconds ahead of Ace Killer. That is going to be all she wrote. See about these pair. Can Webster get past Calginio? Oh, Calginio missing the mini carousel there. Webster trying to take a void in action not to hit Calginio. Ends up on the grass. 1.5 seconds back. Can he get the pace back to have a go at Webster before the checkered flag? Let's get ourselves back to the front. Leaf barn then, the last couple of corners to go. Still holding about 8 seconds. Comfortable win for him in the end. And there he goes to take the win then tonight for the final race of the evening. Leaf barn crosses the line. Ace Killer comes up behind him. Still 8 seconds behind for second. Webster's a little bit too far back. Doreen comes home in third position. Koenigsleiser comes home in fourth. A little flash of the lights from him. Calginio slams on the brakes coming up the hill. Ooh, almost gets it wrong through there as well. Oh, Webster looking to try and take some random line in. But it is Calginio that takes fifth. Webster just picking up a penalty at the end there, but comes home in sixth. And we've still lost an awful lot of drivers from that one. We'll see how many. So Leaf barn on top spot. Ace Killer second. Doreen in third. Koenigsleiser fourth. Calginio in fifth. Webster sixth. Zacchino, the last man to drop out, in seventh. Popcorn Vectra dropped out in eighth. Paranoia Wake DNF'd in ninth. Nimmer Racing DNF'd in 10th. And Slipstream DNF'd in 11th. Wow. There was a few there. A few. But that's it. That's racing done and dusted for another night of Just for Fun Driving Club action. Not too sure if I'm back tomorrow night. There's still chatter about whether the new Skippy's Supercars is going to be running tomorrow night. Not sure if we're either waiting for numbers, but I don't know about that one yet. But if it is, it'll be at 9 o'clock tomorrow night. That's when that one starts. If obviously I'm not streaming at 9 o'clock tomorrow night, then there's no racing on, and it's been postponed for a week. We should be back next week for more Nordshliefe action Saturday night, so that all starts at 8 o'clock. There's a new league coming in this lobby as well, so 2 weeks every month. I think this is right, 2 weeks every month for 5 months, I believe. They're looking at having a sort of endurance style championship running at this track. Not too sure what the settings are yet. So it might be sort of a, I don't know, a 10 lapper or a 15 lapper or something daft like that. But that's coming soon. Near the beginning of September, middle of September-ish. 12th, is that right? Something like that. But that's it from me tonight, people. Again, if I'm streaming at 9 o'clock tomorrow night, then the racing's on. If I'm not streaming at 9 o'clock tomorrow night, the racing's off. But outside of that, I'll see you all next week, 8 o'clock. I hope you've liked what you watched. If you have, make sure you click the like, comment, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. Put some comments in the chat. You know the deal, people. But most of all, what I want you to do is tell your mates and tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.